How to expand your limits and personal comfort zone. What is actually limits and what is a comfort zone? What is limiting us? And where do we feel well and where do we feel bad? What is the purpose of expanding our limits and comfort zone? If you're a person who has stress or you're depressed at the moment, is it because you have been dealing with some issues your mind have not been able to manage? And you get a little bit like disabled, understood in that way that because your brain have been overloaded with different kind of problems, it has a block, a mental block, which is actually causing you also some physical problems. And it's blocking you from moving forwards. Moving forwards is a pure mental thing. You can be very sick and still have a very strong mind. This mental block is the reason why there are things you cannot do. It's a mental block that is the reason why you have difficulties going out between other people in public places. It's also the mental block who's telling you that you're tired. Basically, we can do with our body anything we like. We can climb trees. We can be like skydiving, or we can be diving in the ocean deep, driving fast in a race car, whatever it could be. Our body can also put on weight, or we can lose weight. Our body can be well trained, or it can be not well trained. That means that the body basically are able to do the most incredible things. But it's the mental block who's causing that you perhaps are sitting in a depression right now. Someone once said, dreams can come true if you're willing to fight for them. We are all built in a way that we are able to walk around with dreams, and we all have dreams. And we can choose to say, I have a dream, and that's just a dream. Which for most people will say that those blocks they have are the reason why they're not capable of making that dream come true. Please stop the session here and think that through a little bit again. Our blocks in the mind are weird kind of self-defense systems. The blocks are preventing us by feelings like fiasco. We are afraid other people are laughing at of us. Anxiety, we are afraid of the unknown. We are afraid of the cost of it. I mean, the mental cost for us as a human being. And perhaps the costs really are too high. So the blocks is basically that we're telling ourselves it is not possible. I can't do it. That again comes from the way you're raised, problems you had in your childhood, perhaps even some traumatic things you have to deal with, or you have tried a lot of things which you feel like a fiasco, and now you're afraid of another fiasco. So how do you release those blocks? Even though you're working like normal every day and you're not depressed or under stress, all people still have these kind of blocks. But the more you have expanded these limits of your own, the more you're capable of managing stress. And since stress leads to depression, you'll be able to manage that too. One of the most important things to do is to deal with your fear. To put words on what your fear is. Also to put words on why you have this kind of fear. Now it's a good idea to just have a specific target. You will simply not be able to handle all of these blocks at the same time. So have one target, and please make it an easy target. Why? Because you need to have a feeling of success in that expansion of what you haven't done before. I think you know the expression, I'm going one step forward and two steps behind. That means that the things you're doing, because this is something new for you, it's a new area, if you understand what I mean, you will of course at the first time not be good at it. Make a plan then. A plan of how that specific thing are going to take place in the future. And calculate with fiascos. Why not? Because when you calculate with failures, they're not failures anymore. Please stop the session and think that through. When you plan failures, they're not failures anymore. That could be, I'm planning 10 attempts. 9 of them I'm planning is going to be a failure. And the last one is going to be a success for me. And start being a collector. A collector of fiascos? No, please. A collector of successes. It could be like this. I went outside my door today. I went to the garbage can with my garbage all by myself and returned to my house. That is a success. Tomorrow I'll do the same, but this time I'll look around to see how the houses of the neighbors looks like from out there. That is a success. Next time I'll even say hello to people. That is a success. So by making these small goals and have an eye for your own success in these small goals, you'll be able to expand your own limits. And one of the biggest blocks regarding expanding your limits is that we're afraid of failure. We're afraid of other people laughing at us. So please sit down and make a plan of the next expansion of your own personal limits. The smaller it is, the better.